Last week, I took you through 3 key steps in finding the value in your everyday story. As a little review, these steps were: 1. Consider a recent conflict that left you feeling hurt, disappointed, or frustrated. 2. Identify the negative emotion. 3. Consider the lessons learned. Today we want to take a quick look at how do I find my bigger story when I don't even know I have one. Although I generally take someone through this process in the reverse order, it works both ways. Consider an experience or loss you've had that left you in significant emotional pain. Perhaps it took you a long time to recover, or maybe you still aren't over it. Now, walk through the same steps you just walked through with your everyday story. 1. Consider a recent conflict that left you feeling hurt, disappointed, or frustrated. 2. Identify the negative emotion. And 3. Consider the lessons learned. You might ask, does this work if I haven't fully embraced the situation or gotten past my hurt? To that I would say, part-time process equals part-time results. The good news is you are aware that you haven't fully embraced your situation. Admitting the awareness is first step. However, it will mean going deeper, which we'll address next week. We will also address what happens if you choose not to go deeper. Right now, I want to take you briefly to something I said last week. As I communicated with one of the other applicants, I was encouraged to hear that as part of her story, she doesn't hang on to the hurts, much less get stuck there. In fact, it is a significant part of her bigger story. She proceeded to tell me how many people she had coached who tend to get stuck in a major hurt or disappointment and sometimes stop doing life. I too have experienced that as I've worked with many different people over and over again. The key to moving on with our story goes back to our definition of positioning. What we do with one thing, we do with all things. If we're only addressing part of our pain, it will carry over to other areas in our life. A job half done is not done at all. All it does is open the door for lack of commitment, lack of integrity, and lack of completion. This is a significant area, so we'll take a deeper dive into this topic next week. Meanwhile, remember, your story matters.